Then Jesus told his disciples a parable to show them that they should always pray and not give up. That's what Jesus said in Luke 18, and he was giving a parable about a unjust judge and a widow who kept asking this judge for justice on her behalf. And the widow was continually asking, and the judge was saying, "Oh, I don't care." And this is a contrast parable because it's contrasting God, who is a just and fair judge, to this judge who does not fear God, does not care about what people think, but yet gives justice to the widow anyway. And that's what he says to his disciples, that the widow kept on persisting in asking the judge for justice. And that's what we ought to do as believers when we're in a circumstance where we need God to come through on something and we're continually praying. It's to keep on praying. It's to not say that this is not God's time, or God just doesn't want to work, or he just doesn't care about this issue. That's not what it says. Jesus says to always pray and never lose heart. And so that's what we ought to do. We ought to keep our faith in God and not say that this isn't God's will, not say that he just doesn't care, but to actually continue pressing in prayer and to believe God for a change. That's where real faith is at. Not in just praying once and seeing what happens, but in actually staying faithful and consistent in praying, regardless of the circumstance. Because God is not defined by the outcome of a circumstance, but we define God based on his character through the word and who we know him to be, not from the outcome of a circumstance.